Hello YouTube, my name's Jax, welcome to the channel. So with the introduction of Rebirth Reinforced, they have also introduced the game modes Rebirth Solos, which a lot of people have been asking for anyway, but so I'm so glad that Solos is in the game. It's a really good game mode. They've added a few new points of interest on the map, but in general it's pretty much the same map. There's a few new features and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I believe is the very best class setup for Rebirth Solos. It's worth noting that this is not for duos, trios or quads, and the reason for that being is that solos changes the pace and the dynamics of the game dramatically. So 45 people drop into a rebirth map, and say a rebirth trios, for example, that's 15 different teams. So if we just take a quick look at the rebirth map, so say this is a rebirth trios game, you've got 15 separate teams. There's roughly 15 places, points of interest that you can land. There's the odd hotspot like prison block headquarters, stuff like that, where more teams will land. But in general, there's 15 teams and they're all spread out. And because they're in teams of 3, your enemies are a bit further away. But in solos, there's 45 separate teams essentially. So every player is a lot closer to each other. So the way that I've built this loadout, it doesn't include a sniper rifle, and it's built for the fast engagements that you'll have and the constant engagements that you'll have. So you've got high mag capacities, you've got high damage guns, you've got guns that are capable of long range. Although, like say in solos, there's not loads of long range engagements. There is the potential for long range engagements, but because of the proximity of the players, having a long range engagement with someone isn't really worth it because you've probably got 2 or 3 enemies between you and them anyway. So mainly with solos, it's all close range or medium range. So that's how I've built this loadout. So as your primary weapon, you're going to want to use this manoeuvre, and it's the new SMG. This is very, very powerful gun. Close range engagements, it's just nasty. It's not as fast as things like the Stern, the PPSH, the Vanguard PPSH, and the Wild Gun. Them guns are really, really nippy, and you can sprint fast and all that with them. It's not as fast as that, but it's not far behind. But this gun makes up for it in its fire rate and its power. It's just very, very powerful. You will lose rare gunfights close range with this gun, and this is the build for that gun. Now, usually in Rebirth, you'd want to use a sniper and an SMG. The SMG is for running and moving quick and outmaneuvering people, and the sniper is for them sort of really long-range engagements, because the way the Rebirth map is, from one place to another, there can be like 40, 50 meters between you. So the snipers are really good, and also snipers can one-shot someone in the air when people are dropping down. But because of the way there's so many players in close proximity on solos, the snipers are not being used that much, because unless you're very, very, very good with a sniper, then you should use a sniper. But I'm talking you have to like not miss a shot. If you can do it when you're hardly missing a shot, say 4 out of 5 bullets you're hitting, then snipers are pretty decent. But if you are not hitting your sniper shots very well, you can't do quick scope type stuff, you're going to want to use this automaton for long range, and this is the build for this. So you've got your armaguerra for running around quick and outmaneuvering people, and close range, just killing people with an insane fast TTK, which is time to kill. And then you've got the automaton for the sort of anything over 30-40 meters sort of range, and this just beams. Is an absolute beam. Got like it has some recoil, but very little. And if you mount this thing, it just doesn't move. It's two very good guns to use in solos. But like I say again, it's not for duos, trios or quads. It's just for solos only. And then on the perks, using double time, a lot of people do use double time, but what people underestimate about double time is it increases your crouch movement speed by 30%. So if you're doing a lot of slide cancelling and like all sorts of movement stuff, you've got a 30% increase. You could use EOD, which takes 45% reduced damage, but I use double time, and I think double time is the best. You want overkill just so you can pick up the two guns, if you can get your second loadout, drop your guns, pick them back up, and keep your perks, you want to run tempered as your second loadout, perk 2. You could use high alert. High alert isn't a bad option, but yeah, tempered is a really good one for Rebirth Solos because you've got 2 shields, so you're shielding up a lot quicker. And then for the third one, you want to use Combat Scout. And the reason why you want to use Combat Scout rather than Amped is because Amped is good when you've got a sniper and SMG combination if you need to swap guns quickly. When you've got these 2 guns, you don't need to swap guns in an emergency really, unless you run out of ammo, but they're both high mag capacity guns, so you don't really run out of ammo. So it's just swapping guns just comes down to how you understand the map and the game, and when you should swap guns. You don't ever really have to do it out of emergency. So on this third perk, I use the Combat Scout, and it just highlights the enemies when you put any damage into them. So it's a really good perk, this is. And if you're learning a gun, this is a really good perk as well, because you get to see where your shots are and stuff. Very good perk. So they're the 3 perks: double time, overkill, and Combat Scout. If you pick up your second loadout, you want to run tempered or high alert on that secondary, on that second perk. And then for the lethals, I'm using the throwing knives. So this is just for down players. I mean, Semtex isn't a bad option actually, but yeah, if there's someone down, I just use a throwing knife. So that just saves your ammo, it saves time. Throwing knives are really good lethal to have. And then on tacticals, I'm using the stims, and this just gives you a little speed boost. So you can, it also raises your energy bar back up as well, not your shield, your energy bar. So if you pop a stim, if you're getting shot, you can pop a stim and your sort of energy bar is going back up as you're getting shot. So yeah, stims are very good, and it gives you a little speed boost. And it almost gives you almost like a Dead Silency type effect. It's not as powerful as Dead Silence, but for a split second, you do get a bit of silence, so you can use that to your advantage in certain situations. Heartbeat sensor isn't a bad option for solos, actually. Snapshot grenades aren't bad. Stuns and flashes are just OP. So yeah, they're not bad. This tacticals, I'd say stims, snapshot, stun, flash, or heartbeat sensor, but I go stims, and I do think this whole class setup like this is the most advantageous. So yeah, I'm just gonna play a little solos game that I had, and sort of, I'm not sure if I used the stims and the throwing knives in it, but I definitely used Maguera and the automaton. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you do, please hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for alerts on all the future content. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Got lucky then, 'cause someone else was shooting at him.
Enemy UAV active. Enemy UAV.
Ooh, snipe.
Safe zone relocated. Supply box ready for pickup.
Shit. Bad shots, man. I ain't got myself revived either, so could be screwed. One snipe and I'm finished.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone highlighted. Prices are back to normal.
Could have done with a Yavi, but
This is right on your tail.
I knew you'd help me.
Reinforcements disabled. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. You're being tracked by an enemy team. Tread carefully. Enemy dropping into the AO. Ten remaining. Keep fighting. Enemy UAV active. Losing ground. Finish this once and for all. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Gas is moving. New safe zone highlighted. Gas is inbound. They never stop.
Let's go!